Last projections of the South African polls have been released. This follows the final political party rallies held over the weekend. Angelo Coppola has more.
While tens of thousands of party faithful turned out to show support for their political parties, pollsters have been canvassing voters across the country. The Institute of Race Relations released their projections after canvassing some 2,000 voters last week.
The ANC on 54% on a lower turnout. We put the DA on 23% on a lower turnout and the EFF on 14% on a lower turnout. There is some fluidity between the ANC and the EFF. They've been fighting up and down a bit over the course of the week, but those seem to be the general kind of bands in which they're operating in.
The ruling party hasn't done itself any favours, despite the positive sentiment created when Cyril Ramaphosa was made president.
The idea of Cyril Ramaphosa and this idea of hope and renewal that he brings to the ANC and to the electorate is founded on two core values. The one is good governance, and the other one is a tough stance against corruption. Load shedding undermined this idea of good governance, and the Zondo Commission has undermined this idea of a tough stance on corruption. And given that those are really the only things that the ANC has to offer this election, they both did huge damage to its prospects.
Economists are anxious about the way voters will vote given the damage done.
So I'm very nervous about it, almost whichever way we come out, that we're not going to see anything positive come from it, that it's not a hung balance, but it's very close to a balance where there will be little progress in growing the economy, in providing the wherewithal, the capital, the abilities, the access to skills and so on. All this is probably going to be delayed even further.
Economists are also split on what impact the final vote tally will mean for investment flows into South Africa.
I don't think there's enough there to encourage the capitalists of the world to say, yes, we will support you. I think they're more likely to say, we'll see how you get on, and that's going to be a very slow progress.
Political polling is not an exact science, and the economic implications of the way the country votes will be decided by the 9th or 10th of May. I'm Angelo Coppola for CGTN in Johannesburg, South Africa.